For episode 7 of season 4, we will be featuring the stories from the pages of the Nichi Bei news.
Tonight, we highlight people and places connected with the community's Obon festival, and other of interest stories to our community.
For our pastry selection, we check out places where you can buy your Bon Odori attire.
For our salad selection, one of our columnists show you how to dress an yukata just in time for Obon Odori season.
For our first chef special, we find out about some Obon festivals in our community.
For our second chef special, we find out about 2 teen twin sisters who are raising awareness of nuclear disarmament amongst their peers, both locally and around the world, as we remember the victims of the atomic bombings.
And for our dessert offering, we sit down with a 5th-generation Japanese American who will become one of only a handful of women to play NCAA baseball.
And stick around to be treated to some news bites of happenings in our Japanese and Japanese American community.
Finally, we end the program tonight with tips of events that are coming up in the next month and beyond.
So without further delay, let's start the cafe. Hi everyone, and welcome back to episode 7 of season 4 of the Nichi Bei Café. We want to thank all of you for tuning in and supporting us on this journey of documenting Japanese and Japanese American lifestyle. Today, we are taping from our newly renovated Nichi Bei office. Thanks so much to a donation by Lorna Fong and the leadership of the People Committee led by Courtney Iwanaga and Wendy Yamashita, and the volunteer help by Ashley Iwanaga. I'm joined by my friend and colleague Julianne Ho today to help serve up some nice segments. So let's get to it.
Starting off with our pastry selection tonight, a bunch of our video contributors got together to find where you can get your gear for Obon season in both Northern and Southern California. We hope that you enjoyed this segment on all things Obon. our videographers for that segment.
For our salad selection, one of our columnists show you how to dress an yukata just in time for Obon Odori season.
Hi, my name is Arissa Hiroi. I'm a columnist for the Nichi Bei News, and today I'm going to teach you how to put on a yukata. A yukata is a summer kimono, very thin material and breezy, great for the summer months. So we're gonna go from this to this. So you're going to need a yukata, an obi, which is the belt, and 2 himo. If you'd like, you can also use kimono underwear, but you can get away with a lot. Tank top, basketball shorts, leggings, whatever you have. I'm wearing kimono underwear. You don't have to, just make sure that the nape of your neck is all clear. You're gonna take your yukata, put it on, and you're gonna check in front. If the left-hand side and the right-hand side are about equal length. That'll tell you if your back is centered properly. Pull the back a little bit because you want to clear this part of your neck area. Hold one of your himo, your string, in your hand. And your yukata is gonna be quite long. You're gonna adjust. So that your left panel is right in front of you. And it's not too long, maybe about ankle length. You wanna be about ankle length. You also wanna aim for that left seam to hit the middle of your left leg. So right here. I'm gonna open mine up and adjust a little bit so it's in the right place. You're gonna close the right side in, tuck in if you have a lot of extra, and then close the left side. You always wanna make sure you have the letter Y, lowercase y. If you have the other side, the right-hand side up, that's actually only for dead people. We want to avoid that. Always, always left-hand side in front. You're going to take your obi, middle part hits your belly button, go all the way around in the back, switch hands, bring out front. Tighten as you go. I like to go twice around and then tighten as a way to make sure this stays secure. You can go like a regular shoelace, bunny ears, or you can take one side out and really, really tighten. Just make sure to tuck any loose ends so we don't see it in the finished kimono. Now we have lots of extra fabric here. We're gonna stick our hands in. There's a hole right under your armpit. Stick your hands in and then flatten that from the inside. Flatten the back, flatten the front. And get rid of any wrinkles. So right now everything's flat and tucked away. However, this part is still loose and open. So we're gonna use a second string to secure that. Again, pull the back in the middle so you can clear this part of your neck. Hold the middle of your string, your himo. This time, right under. You don't want to go too tight. You want to give yourself some room to breathe. Switch hands in the back. Again, twice around, tighten. Regular bunny ears, or pull one side and secure. Again, we want to get rid of any wrinkles, so stick one finger underneath the front and the back and bring any extra cloth and flatten. Bring any extra cloth forward and flatten. At this point, you should feel pretty secure, both in the collar and around your waist. Now you're going to take your obi, weave out about shoulder's width. You're going to use this end to tie it at the end. Fold it hot dog wise, and you're going to start going around your torso. You can probably go around twice. But the nice thing about this is it's all adjustable. It's all just one piece. In order to tighten as you go, just hold the bottom and the top layers in two hands and pull. Go around one more time. Same thing, top layer, find the very, very bottom, pull, tighten. At this point, you're going to create a diagonal fold so that both ends are half width. That's going to make it easier to tie. You're going to take your short end, over, under, through. So again, over, under, through, and pull. Short end's gonna drape over. You're gonna take the long end. You're gonna make a little fruit roll up. Again, you can adjust how big you want this part. This is your bow. If you want something bigger that drapes over, make it a little longer. If you want something smaller that just sits on your back, make it a little shorter. You can decide. You're just gonna roll that up. It's gonna fit right in the middle, and you're gonna pinch. I like to say mountain, valley, valley. It makes a little bow tie pasta, and that's gonna be your bow. So, mountain, valley, valley. Now we're gonna take that short end again, drape it over, under, through the same knot that you created, and pull. You can adjust for the shape. Now you have extra, so you're going to take that under all layers of your obi and pull it from the very bottom all the way. This is going to keep it nice and secure. Again, if you want it bigger, you can always make it bigger and have that drape down. That's up to you. And then with this extra, flatten and tuck. You just want to hide it away. Now we want to move this to the back. Make sure you go clockwise. If we go the other way, we're going to open up our kimono. So clockwise. Maybe have a friend check if you're right in the middle. Smooth out any wrinkles. Nothing.
Thanks to Arisa and our producer Greg for that segment. For our first Chef Special tonight, we visit with some organizers of local Obon festivals to preview some of their festivals. Please enjoy, and we hope that you're able to stop by one of them in your area.
Hi, my name is Jeff Matsuoka, and I'm the co-chair of the Buddhist Church of San Francisco 94th Annual Bon Odori Festival. It will take place on Sunday, July 27th, 2025. And this year, usually we have a 2-day festival, but instead we've decided to go for a 1-day festival. We'll actually be having food service from 10 a.m. to about 1 p.m. At our church, which is located at 1881 Pine Street in San Francisco, near the corner of Pine and Octavia. We'll be having food service from 10 a.m., as I mentioned, to 1 p.m. We'll be having a food service in Austin Alley, which is the sort of the side street there on by the church, and we'll have hopefully very nice food, which of course what our bazaar is famous for. We'll have aloha chicken as well as other dishes. So we ask you to come out and enjoy yourself. Also, our Bon Odori will be happening at 1 o'clock on Octavia Street, right in front of the church. About 1 to 3, we have about 12 dances. So you're very welcome to attend, and we'll have various other events going on as well, like a church tour and other cultural events. So once again, Sunday, July 27th from 10 a.m. to 1 for the food service, and from 1 to 3 for the Bon Odori. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Tracy Inoue from Mountain View Buddhist Temple, and I am one of the co-chairs of the 2025 Obon Festival and Bazaar, which is going to take place next weekend, July 19th and 20th, here in Mountain View.
And I'm Mike Inoue, the husband of one of the co-chairs of this year's Obon Festival and Bazaar, and a longtime MC for a lot of the events here in Mountain View.
So I think one of the special things about Mountain View Buddhist Temple is just the generations of families that that are part of the temple and who run all of the activities and all of the head up all the different booths. Even like Mike and I, we're third, fourth generation Mountain View Buddhist Temple members, grew up attending Obon, so now it's our honor to really kind of spearhead it and create new memories for the future generations. And then I think the other thing to say is that this year's festival is the full weekend. Well, actually, it's not the full weekend. Saturday between 4 and 9 on Saturday, and then 12 to 8 on Sunday. And we have lots of food and activities planned, things like taiko performances. We have cultural displays. We have children's activities, lots of children's games, and then lots of eating.
Yeah, big time eating. It's a homecoming for everybody, and it brings back the memories, the foods, the smells, the taste, the music, the sounds, and the fact that it's the bonding of the community that happens right here.
Yeah, so folks are in the area this weekend, July 19th, 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Saturday, and 12 to 9 p.m. on Sunday. We have Odori dancing on Sunday at 7 o'clock, which sort of culminates the Obon Festival and is a place where everyone can come together, both from the temple community and from the larger Bay Area, all of our guests, to be able to join us in Odori dancing in a celebration of Obon.
Yeah, you don't have to be Buddhist, but you got to be here to have a good time.
Hi everyone, I'm Don Trussell from the Palo Alto Buddhist Temple. My family and I have been members almost 20 years now. I am the Obon chair this year for PABT, and we wanted to bring you a little information about our event coming up on August 2nd and 3rd. Obon is a special time at PABT. We've been coming every year for the past 3 or 4 years, adding more and more coming out of COVID. This year, we've expanded our entertainment schedule significantly beyond just our amazing taiko teams. We have a kimono show. We have our Bad Karma band coming back for the night. We have a number of very cultural-oriented displays and presentations. Our kendo team that works at PABT and club is going to be doing demonstrations along with judo. But I would be remiss if I wasn't to remind everybody about the great food options that we have at Obon every year. So on Saturday, we'll be serving our amazing salmon, miso salmon, and teriyaki chicken, along with a wide range of baked goods. Our full array of food is open now again in the gym. We are going to be dining under our umbrella garden from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Entertainment is going to be running on a stage nearby. It's going to be much like the Obons we had in the prior to COVID, where a lot of the entertainment and food is at full bore this year. We have a number of games as well for kids. Those are all coming back stronger with more games. And those will be a great option to bring for families to come and spend time at PABT for Obon. So I would really love to see all of you join our membership in our small community. We want everyone to come to Obon now. It's fully open. At PABT, we are in Palo Alto on Lewis Road. On Saturday the 2nd is our primary food and entertainment day from 1 to 8. And then on Sunday, August 3rd, we will open from 2 to 4 with food and some games. But then we'll have our Obon service at 5, followed by our Odori dancing around our Yagara from 5:30 to probably 7:30. We're going to do a full program this year. We have dance practices as well coming up next week on the 21st and several days leading up to Saturday and Sunday, August 2nd and 3rd. So please join us. Once again, PABT's Obon is full bore this year. Look forward to seeing you on August 2nd and 3rd. Thank you very much to the Buddhist and Japanese American community for showing support. And for anyone else who wants to join us for this remembrance event of our ancestors, we would really love to see you. So thank you.
Yeah, I think learning about Japanese culture and you know, also seeing the traditional dress. And of course, I remember my grandparents and all of the elders that were here. For me, the highlight is always the dancing, because, you know, you dance with the spirit of your ancestors. I think there's something to be said. If you've never danced Obon, I would encourage you to come out and give it a try, because the idea behind it from a Buddhist perspective is to just dance without your ego, just dance. And there's something about the collective effervescence when people move in the circle together that's very magical when you're outside. So I would like to encourage people who've never danced Obon or haven't danced in a long time to come out and give it a try. I think the most exciting part about it is there's so many young children that come and learn about their culture, and then to carry that tradition on.
So this church was, like I said, founded on a lot of farmers, and it's pretty far away. So the temple in its current location here in Anaheim became independent in 1965. So Obon is, it comes from Kangye, or Kangye, I should say, which is like a gathering of joy. And it's honoring our ancestors. If you have a chance to look around the different temples, they're all built by multiple generations that came much before us. And it all obviously stems all the way back from its origin. You know, and growing up, I was a kid and I just remember it as food and dancing and games, right? Love playing the games. So it's a different perspective now. One thing I've learned on my journey of becoming the OCBC board president is how much I've evolved in my thinking of how much actually Buddhism really is a part of our life. The way I was raised, I happen to be raised at this temple, the way, you know, the Sangha is the community. So all the friends that you have here, and my mom was a big proponent. My dad passed away quite young, when I was quite young. So I really kind of grew up with just a mom and two brothers, and I'm the youngest. But I could just see how this community embraced her. And this temple's been around a long time, but it's not really well known. But I think when you step on, you'll feel that energy, right? I think when you feel the taiko drums and this and that, and you know, there's something about tying, like you said, cultural and heritage, but in the modern world, I think what to expect is you're gonna see happy people, and which is kind of rare today.
Thank you to all our videographers for that segment. For our second chef special tonight, our videographer and contributing writer Akira Olivia Kumamoto visits with two sisters who are organizing their teen peers in generating awareness about nuclear disarmament. They will be the keynote speakers at the 80th anniversary commemoration of the atomic bombings here in San Francisco's Japantown on Saturday, August 9th at the AMC Kabuki Theater.
This year's keynote speakers at the 80th anniversary commemoration of the atomic bombings presented by the Eyewitness for Peace Consortium will be Manan and Kanan Iwata. These twin sisters are the founders of Teens for Disarmament and Non-Proliferation, a nonprofit aimed at raising awareness and educating teenagers about the potential consequences of nuclear weapons.
Teens for Disarmament is a youth-led nonprofit organization that we both co-founded, dedicated to three different things. The first thing is to raise awareness about nuclear disarmament. The second thing is to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons as much as we can as teenagers. And thirdly, the most important thing is to promote peace through education and advocacy. Because like we put in our nonprofit mission statement, we think that the foundation of peace is through non-proliferation and disarmament. So that's why we hope that young people can speak up about this global security issue and shape our future for a more peaceful and secure world.
The Iwata siblings founded the organization in Los Angeles in 2022 when they were just 13 years old and have since launched 4 other chapters, including 3 in Japan and 1 in Ukraine.
Before the summer of our 9th grade year, we started doing a lot of volunteer service at many retirement homes and nursing homes in the greater LA area. And during these volunteer times, we met many hibakusha, the atomic bomb survivors, and really got to spend time with them and learn about the horrific experience they went through when they were younger, during when the bombs were blasted in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And so after realizing how many people in our generation were not really aware about what was going on, I mean, they knew that what happened during World War II, but nobody really knew what happened under the mushroom cloud after the bombs were dropped. We really wanted to incorporate it into our education in the school system and also inform younger people who are not aware about this history at all.
We really want to create like a global network of youth advocates. because currently we have around like 5 chapters, one based in LA, Ukraine, and Japan. And so we want to further expand that global network and collaborate with many different international disarmament movements or communities to further influence policy or kind of encourage more youth voices to be at the table when discussing about this critical issue. And obviously, because our nonprofit focuses a lot on education, our biggest goal is to integrate nuclear weapon education into school curriculums. And thankfully, this year we were like blessed with being very connected and also very close with our AP history teacher. So we were able to talk about what happened under the mushroom cloud in class, but we want to further ensure that other schools have this amazing opportunity that we were given. Now more than ever, the risk of nuclear conflict is like sky high ever since the Cold War and is growing due to global tensions. I mean, and all the conflicts that are happening right now are with countries that own nuclear weapons, like Russia and Ukraine or China and America. And so that's why it's crucial now that our generation is aware of these risks and are prepared to advocate for peace and disarmament, or at least with the given education that we provide them, make critical decisions, honestly, or informed decisions about these mass destructive weapons so we can make responsible decisions for our future.
The sisters are aiming to help create educational materials about nuclear weapons for the public school system.
We are currently in the process of making a textbook that kind of discusses like the comprehensive overview of nuclear weapons, like the science, the history, and societal impacts. And also, I mean, if we have enough space, we're still currently in the process though, but like we're also thinking of adding a section which discusses hibakusha stories. So people can always carry with them their stories, their personal statements wherever they go. Because like, I mean, obviously the average age of hibakushas is 85 years old. And yeah, and like a lot of them, as we have personally met, have either begun to pass away or kind of lose the ability to speak. And so it's so important that we preserve their stories and pass it on to more people.
The Iwata twins believe that no one is too young to speak out about nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation.
No one is too young to make a difference in our world. It's all about taking action and putting yourself out there to make this change that we want to see. And so if we do want to work towards a more peaceful and safer world, we have to do what we can to really educate ourselves and bring this education to people. I think education is a very powerful tool and material, and really teaching people really how they can critically create their own thoughts based on the information that's given to them is such an important thing to create a voice for change.
The 80th anniversary commemoration of the atomic bombings will be held Saturday, August 9th, 2025 at the AMC Kabuki Theater in San Francisco's Japantown.
Thanks to Akira for that story. We hope you mark your calendar for the 80th anniversary commemoration of the Hiroshima-Nagasaki bombings at the AMC Kabuki Theater on August 9th. Just a reminder, you can read in-depth articles about these Nichi Bei Café segments in our community news publication, the Nichi Bei News. To do so, please be sure to become a member of the Nichi Bei Foundation, where you will receive your bi-monthly complimentary copy of the Nichi Bei News at www.nichibei.org/subscribe.
Next up for our dessert segment, our contributing writer and videographer Heather Ito sits down with Sacramento Gose Laney Fukuoka, who is destined to become one of the few women to pitch in NCAA baseball.
Hi, my name is Laney Fukuoka, and I've been playing baseball for 13 years.
Fukuoka is pitching her way into NCAA men's baseball history after committing to play for Emerson College in Boston this fall, where she will be the first female baseball player in the college's history.
My dad put me into T-ball when I was like 5 years old, and just because my brother played, and also my dad was a huge baseball guy too, as well as soccer, but baseball really stuck with me, and I kind of worked my way up from Little League.
I just thought that we would make the switch to softball at some point, but she liked baseball so much that she stuck with it, especially since she's a pitcher. So softball's really vastly different than baseball pitching.
I was a huge competitor and I was stubborn, so no matter what anybody was going to tell me to do, like, oh, you need to switch over to softball, I was like, no, I'm going to stick with it. I fell in love with pitching, and striking out the boys, it's always like a fun time for me.
Nice move.
Fukuoka is a Gosei, or fifth-generation Japanese American, who graduated from John F. Kennedy High School in Sacramento, where she played on the men's baseball team all 4 years. This summer, she is making a pit stop playing for the Florin Athletic Club in the Northern California Japanese American Baseball League.
It's adult baseball. There's no age limit. You could be 12 years old, or our oldest player is 45. And our youngest is Laney now at 18.
This is my first game with Florin, and the guys are really nice. They're really super, like, they're funny, and so it's a great time talking to them. It's a different experience just playing with a lot of older guys, but I've been learning a lot from them, and it's something that I can take away, just learning from their game style and how they play. So it's super exciting being out here.
Yeah, I think she'll fit right in with our team, yeah.
Welcome to the team.
Yeah, hopefully she does well with us and stick with us.
Yeah, I feel like you have some disadvantages, but also some advantages being a girl in baseball. Your velo, your velocity on the mound isn't going to be as hard because you're not as strong as some of the boys, and that's something I kind of had to learn as we've gotten older.
But it's not the speed that makes her successful, it's her deception and her spin and her curves. And so when you see batters hitting against her, they will swing funny.
I describe myself as a crafty pitcher. I don't throw that hard, but I throw a lot of different pitches to keep the batters off balance. I didn't realize that my great-grandfather, he played baseball too in a tournament camp. That was something really cool to figure out and just like kind of inspirational. And then I realized that my grandma also played baseball when she was younger, which is something that's cool. I feel like the women in my family are like really strong. I've also been to Japan 3 times now to play baseball. They have a girls' high school baseball team in Japan in Osaka area, and I've been invited out there to play with them and train with them 3 times in 2023 in August and December, and then 2024 in August. The practices out there were super long, like 7 hours a day, so it was really tiring. Like, they put their whole like best effort into everything. I was like dying out there a little bit just because I was still trying to get the use of things.
One of the coaches she trained with was Megumi Kita, who led Japan's Women's Baseball World Cup team to championship victory in 2018 as team manager.
These girls come from all over Japan to train with this woman.
What do you think?
Better.
Just seeing how much like you can learn from all those girls out there. They have so much respect for the game, for themselves, and just like the whole community. So it's something that I've gotten to learn a lot from them and take over to the U.S. So I started the recruitment process really late. I realized like my junior year, like late into the year, I was like, oh, maybe I have the chance to really do something here. I really enjoyed the East Coast, so I reached out to the coach at Emerson. He invited me out to go take a tour visit out there, and so I got to meet him, the team, visit the campus out there. It was really nice. I enjoyed the visit. I called him, I think, the next day, and I told him that, you know, I'd really want to go to his school.
Say that, like, I would love to, like, commit to your school, and, like, what would be the next steps?
And then he offered me to go there, and I basically just committed with him on the phone.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you too. Okay, bye. It's official.
It was kind of like shocking. It was just like, did that just happen kind of moment? But it was just a really nice moment for me. And then my dad was sitting next to me too, just watching it happen. So
I'm very proud, to say the least. Not only because of the stats and because of what she does, but just because how she does it. She continues to work, make adjustments. She loves the game.
it means a lot just to pave the way for other girls, show them that they can play baseball too.
So class of 2025, be curious, be bold, be kind, but most importantly, be you. Thank you.
Thank you to Heather for that segment. Now, it's time for some News Bites, our segment where we present quick takes on some articles from the pages of the Nichi Bei News.
Next is our News Bites, highlighting events over the past month or so, including stories from the pages of the Nichi Bei News.
Buddhist and Asian American community members filled the event center at St. Mary's Cathedral, just outside SF's Japantown, for the annual Northern California Soy and Tofu Festival. It featured a day of cooking demos, entertainment, and vendors, showcasing Asian American food and art.
San Jose's J-Town takes center stage in Japantown Returnings. On May 31st, the Wesley United Methodist Church hosted the premiere of Japantown Returnings, an original theatrical stage reading accompanied by live music, dance performance, and video projection. The Japanese American Museum of San Jose, a contemporary Asian theater scene, and the church collaborated on the show, which commemorates 135 years of San Jose's Japantown. Both performances of the show, written by Mark Teagle, directed by Tassi Alabastro, and with the musical direction by Wayne Adachi, were sold out.
On June 22nd, upwards of 1,000 people came to see Genryo Arts and the merchants of the Japan Center malls produce Japan Day, a mix of Japanese culture and dance. They briefly honored the 80th anniversary of the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki with a water offering.
Robert A. Nakamura, known as the godfather of Asian American media, passed away on June 11, 2025, from complications of Parkinson's disease. He was 88. Bob Nakamura was a legendary photographer, filmmaker, and activist who co-founded Visual Communications, the Frank H. Watase Media Arts Center at the Japanese American National Museum, and the UCLA Center for Ethno-Communications. He taught Asian American Studies and Motion Pictures Television at the University of California, Los Angeles for 33 years. The Manzanar and Hitohata Raise the Banner filmmaker received more than 30 national awards.
The Japanese American National Museum held a groundbreaking July 11th to mark the start of construction for the museum's renovation and for its new core exhibition, In the Future We Call Now, Realities of Racism, Dreams of Democracy. Among those in attendance were actor George Takei, Janum Board of Trustees Chair Emeritus. Janum's pavilion is closed for renovation. Programs will continue on the Janum campus throughout Little Tokyo, Los Angeles, and Southern California, and beyond through late 2026.
The first Nichi Bei Day with the Giants was held July 13th as San Francisco hosted Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and the arch-rival Los Angeles Dodgers at Oracle Park. Hundreds of baseball fans throughout the state with divided loyalties gathered together to cheer on their respective teams while raising funds for the Nichi Bei Foundation.
For more up-to-date news like this, please be sure to subscribe to the Nichi Bei News, carrying on a legacy of 125 years of community leadership through media at www.nichibei.org/subscribe. Well, everyone, thanks so much for joining us on our 7th episode of Season 4. We hope that you enjoyed what we and, of course, all of our featured chefs cooked up for the cafe menu today.
At this point, we want to give a big thanks to the Henry and Tomoye Takahashi Charitable Foundation for their continued support of the cafe. We're always appreciative of our collaboration with you in finding new ways to engage our Nikkei community. We would like to thank everyone for continuing to support our YouTube channel, and hope you enjoy our future content featuring our Japanese and Japanese American community.
So please continue to support us by telling your friends, family, and loved ones to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this episode, and comment down below. To stay in the know of more happenings in the Japanese American community, please consider becoming a member of our Nichi Bei community to help support what we do here at www.nichibei.org/subscribe.
A lot of things are happening in the community. Next up, we'll present a calendar of upcoming events.
Okay, we're rolling.
Yay. We will be putting the slides over the addresses and running around.
Address and Yukata. Oh, okay.
Yukata.
Right. Yeah.
You're good.
That's fine.
You got it.
That's cool.
Down with the fifth generation.
You're good. So without further ado. Oh no!
That was really good.
Sorry, Max. I'm like
It's okay.
cackling.
That's all right.
Okay, are we blocking?
Got almost there.
Nice.
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 I think we had to have.
Too slow?
You're good.
As slow as you want.
My name is Julianne Eikoho, and I am honored to be a princess of the Cherry Blossom Festival Queen Court. Our video contributors got to get. Yeah, I think I started too early. Sorry. Oh, that was weird. Can I do that again?
Yeah, of course.
I saw Kenji walk in and I was like, hello.
I'm checking.
Nice. Sorry that took like 7 tries.
Want it faster?
I didn't see you today, so I don't know how this happened. For our salad selection, our Nihongo Corner columnist. I'm sorry.
What are you hearing?
Laney Fukuoka. No, Fukuoka. Laney Fukuoka. TA basketball, baseball. I'm sorry. It's been a really long time since I've done this.
I know.
Sorry. Next up for our dessert. For our dessert segment, our nice. He is.
You're lying.
We're all wearing the same thing. Diana, I love your outfit. I love your
You
outfit.
guys have a 6 o'clock engagement or something like that. Okay.
Please, please, please support the foundation.
Ryan, you're Jay.
Oh no. Well, everyone, thanks so much for joining us for our 5th episode of season 4.
It'll be 7th.
Of our 7th episode of season 4. Oh, am I also doing the title? Oh, Ryan. Ryan lied to me. Japan Day. I'm sorry, Max. I forget that you can hear it. Okay, yeah. You told me to read the bullet stuff. On renovation and new court. Oh, wow. Sorry. Long sentence. Among those in attendance were actor George Sakai, Janum Board of Trust Take. Sorry. Is that? Here are a few Obon festivals in your area. For more up-to-date news like this, please be sure to
It's been a while.
It's been a really long time.
For our first special, chef special, okay. Okay. for the 80th anniversary. Okay. While raising fund. Oh, okay, I'll start up. Hundreds of baseball fans throughout. Oh, okay.
And loved ones to subscribe to.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for your patience.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you as well.
Yeah, nice.